good?
You doing okay?
I'll be fine. Don't worry. Take a short rest. And Nicole?
The connection's been cut. But that means...
Look at you supporting one another. How
Dottore!
Took you long enough to find us. You're more useless than I thought.
Oh, really? I think I deserve a little more credit for my methods than that. Rather than hunting you down, I chose to let you roam free. I indulged your presumption that I was unable to track your movements, played along with your clever little plan. Fleeing is for animals, but I rather enjoy watching you flee.
If that's true, then why did you come look?
Because I wanted to observe you up close, of course. Don't misunderstand me, I'm not here for a fight. Is it so unusual that I wish to greet my... After all, it's been a while. Scaramouche. Why are you so afraid? I have done nothing unprecedented in discovering the truth. Nor did I go to any great lengths to uncover your story. You made a bold series of moves in deciding to erase yourself. And with the power of this great chronicling device called Irmin's Soul, once most people form an opinion about someone, it tends to imprison their mind. Yet you managed to erase every trace of your existence. However, this meant that you stood out to me all the more when I saw you in Nodcry. I didn't even have to go looking for you. For someone in my position, connecting the dots was a trivial affair. It would have been more surprising if I hadn't managed to piece it together.
You seem very pleased with yourself for figuring it out. I'm sure you'd even be more delighted to learn the full extent of your crimes.
That would hardly be necessary. Besides, isn't there something that concerns you more right now? Let me put your mind at ease. I have no intention whatsoever of restoring any of the records you deleted. I doubt that the prospect of losing your current life is all that frightening to you. Because in your case, the cruelest twist of fate is that you'll never again have the chance to make up for any of your mistakes.
Dottore?
All here shall bend to my will.
Squall and Fury!
I'm afraid you'll need to do better than that to take me down. I expected you to have grown stronger. Ah, how foolish of me. I forgot that you lack any means to increase your power.
You will pay for everything you've done.
Oh, will I now?
Scorch and burn!
That's far enough! Cry louder! Squall and Fury!
Does the prospect of death amuse you?
I could ask you the same question! I'll distract Dottore. You focus on the mission.
Got it.
For the hopes and dreams of the masses.
Open the secret door on this enchanting night. May wisdom's light eradicate ignorance and darkness. and hereby fulfill our ancient vow. Commence data extraction.
Outdated ideals and stand in the way of progress. You will pay for interfering with the grandest experiment of all time.
Good timing.
Tori, as clever as you are, you fail to understand wisdom. Wisdom takes many forms, but the path you have chosen eschews them all.
Huh. My strength is fading!
Since you are within Irminster, it stands to reason that any power you wield comes from it.
You're extracting the information from Irminster just to strip me of my power.
I will find his weakness. Everyone hold hands!
I admire your attempt to introduce a new variant, but it's nowhere near enough! Buzzing petty trick!
Commit it to memory!
Squall and Fury!
Roll!
Burn all before you! Blade of the final blade!
The wind rises.
You're so close! Just hold on a little longer! I'll hold him up. Traveler, Hat Guy, the rest is up to you!
We certainly have a knack for surprising each other, don't we?
I'm just getting started.
It's time!
Say your prayers!
Stay on the offensive, but watch your back!
The wind rises.
It's time!
Say your prayers!
Let's try this. Muso no Hitokati!
It's time!
Say your prayers!
Watch and burn!
The primal blade!
Squall and Fury!
It's time!
Say your prayers!
Try this! Muso no Hitotachi!
Behold!
It's time!
Say your prayers! Finally, time for you to die. I did?
Time for me to die! How could I have reached this place if death were something I feared?
The last gasp struggle of a dying man is a pretty pathetic sight.
It's time!
Say your prayers!
Try this! Muso no Hitotachi! That's enough!
It's all yours. Do with it as you see fit.
Just as you say, this world is home to some archaic things. And as you suppose, you are a formidable opponent. You have long coveted the secrets of wisdom. So now, I will demonstrate true wisdom in action. I invoke my supreme authority as the keeper of Irminsul. Commend me or condemn me. But give your verdict now!
Blessed One of Wisdom, Mahakusaladhama, are you certain that you wish to exercise your authority to destroy Irminsul? It represents both your roots and your finest accomplishments. You truly intend to abandon the very thing.
This is my decision. Irminsul has...
Irminsul is the original tree of Tevat. It is the means by which the heavenly principles maintains fate itself. The 7 Archons should...
It is precisely because I honor and revere it that I fight for the humanity it exists to protect. Wisdom is knowing how to weigh the options and make the right decision. If you truly care about the fortunes of this world, then it is me you should seek to preserve.
Planting a seed begins the chain of cause and effect. Since you have become a great tree yourself, why should the loss of another tree be anything to fear? Till we meet again, Lord of Dendro.
The first flame. The pure, cleansing fire.
Shall we?
Where were we?
I was suggesting that you needn't perform when signing a contract.
You're only sitting here because your bank demanded an evaluation of the trustee.
So you told a story about a young scholar from a merchant family in Sumeru?
I told a compelling tale, didn't I?
The post-expulsion story is far more captivating.
The human experiments or the elixir of immortality?
The part where you die.
Ah, yes. My favorite part. The 35-year-old Segment thought of himself as Dottore, reserving the name Zandik for the original specimen. Of all the Segments, he was the most selfish. After his expulsion, Dottore searched for a new direction. He joined the Fatui, studied Elazar in great depth, secured resources. He was rather fortunate in his career. Zandik turned to Conrian technology and successfully created his segments. But this was not immortality. Even with backup segments, his body would still age. Still, thanks to Snezhnaya, Zandik found the ideal base for his experiments. Then a perfect partnership materialized at a crucial moment. The year that both parties realized they needed more time. Fortunately, Zandik succeeded. In a miraculous turn of events, he gained the extra time he needed.
I seem to recall it differently.
All right, it's true. No matter how much elixir he took, Zandik remained human and continued to age. Then, on the morning he turned 85...
Help me up! Call for help!
Surely he would be rescued, Zandik thought. But to his surprise, no one helped him. Zandik was too selfish for that.
Don't forget, you're one of us.
Yes, and we're all waiting.
Waiting for me to die.
Pantalone arrived for a meeting and happened to witness what followed. He found it unsettling.
I never said that.
But the Zandiks were unfazed. It was a rare opportunity for self-dissection.
What does all that have to do with you depositing your data at Northland Bank?
It has made me cherish my time in this world all the more.
Fair enough. So you do have a sense of self-preservation.
What do you mean?
You're hardly normal, and you don't cherish life. You just don't want to admit defeat in the limited time you have.
Even so, don't I deserve an interesting ending?
I'm counting on it.
If nothing else, I expect my funeral will be a grand affair indeed.
What a magnificent fire. In Snezhnaya, we light fires to ward off the cold. Fire, it seems, is antithetical to ideas such as cold, frozen, and unchanging.
Perhaps it has always been that way. From the beginning, fire has been used to drive away wild beasts and warm the body and mind. You could say it's a form of treatment. One that cures the human heart.
Mortal fear. Something you haven't been acquainted with in a long time, by the sounds of it.
Whereas you, I'm sure, must know the feeling quite well indeed. I remember when we first discussed the elixir of immortality. You fear the prospect of dying a wretched end in this world, don't you?
Of course I do. I'm only human, after all. And while you may have forgotten it, you cannot deny that you too were once human, Dottore. I do not believe that there is no such fear in your heart.
Perhaps you are right. But I abandoned it long ago and devoted myself to my experiments.
From the very beginning, I never thought you could win this game.
But still you came, contract in hand, to honor our agreement.
Because I am a reputable partner.
And as we have discussed, experiments are about more than results alone. The process is equally important. I have come here and completed my creation, and I do not...
I'm afraid your journey ends here.
After I die, there will be no one to make the elixir of immortality, and your remaining stock will only last a few more years. How then will you prove that you didn't perish in this incident alongside everyone else?
When I feel optimistic about market environments, I never forcibly adjust them. They have their own direction, and I myself am one such environment. I have been quite particular about many things in my life, but where the manner of my death is concerned,
You make yourself sound so magnanimous.
Oh, but I am. And I hope you will be too. It may have been a long time since anyone told you this, Dottore, but I recognize that you are a truly rare talent.
Ha! I can see it. The experiment in blasphemy that I've been performing all this time. It has been a long process, and I do not care about the results as much as people might imagine.
If the very goal of your experiment was to explore infinite possibilities, then there was never any reason for it to end.
Indeed. Yet now, the experiment has officially drawn to a close.
What should I call you? Zandik? Or do you prefer Dottore?
Suit yourself. Goodbye, Feofan. This time, that's what it truly is.
And don't I know it? Goodbye, Zandik.
I could have carried out many more experiments. But to me, Lord of Dendro, this outcome is certain.
I believe you. But unfortunately, this is where it all ends for you.
Experiment. It sounds like you're trying to outdo me in my own field.
Wisdom is conveying information in terms that people can clearly understand. You know exactly what I mean.
Indeed. I can see no further outcome. Ha. You have a formidable mind, and you are braver than I thought. Setting fire to the very thing your survival depends on, your previous...
When necessary, wisdom can be as fierce as an inferno. Some of the flames that incinerate you come...
Perhaps you are right. You see what lies at the bottom of the human heart, and that is your wisdom.
Here is where your journey comes to an end. All that is yet...
It seems I have unwittingly been your arch-enemy all along. But now, it's all over.
I do not deny your intelligence. But what you refer to as experiments, they are events that take place in the real world. And they are so much more than mere data. Goodbye. We will never meet again.
Well, that's the last of them.
It was a long, hard road. I just pray that we'll never need...
Paradise.
I wouldn't think gods need...
People always think they're the... As the Goat King once said,
Only we can truly understand how much the desert.
Given the myriad ways in
Well, that sounds about right to me.
If you told me a few years back that I'd have this.
belief is a choice.
I'll be heading back to the Temple of Silence. I heard the goat.
It's back to Aru Village for us.
Until next time, old friend.
Right back at you. Word is that 2 of the other 7 pillars.
Dropping by?
Well, the temple was founded by her.
Guess that's true.
All right. We'll make sure.
I will.
You do?
See? Retirement has always been a problem, especially for old-timers like us who've been locked away all these years.
Naturally. What do you think, Layla?
Huh? Why would you think to ask me? How could I possibly be qualified to decide where the servants of King Deshret should...
Sorry if my question was unclear. Do you think their statues will stand out too much if—
Hey, I never agreed to this. How could we possibly allow our statues to be left in Hermanubis' home? That would be like breaking into someone's house, then pretending it belonged to you in the first place.
Different beliefs can coexist. We still need to respect one another.
By which you mean, you two plan to stay at the Temple of Silence, for a while at least. But you... So, you see this as...
Family. Huh.
You could say that. In a sense, Hermanubis would view this as his home. Just look at this place. Magnificent, is it not?
And what do you mean by that?
I mean that for the most part, time spent associating with the likes of Sobek.
Why does that not surprise me?
Anyway, given how much time we'll all be spending together, I'd say that the bonds we built will end up—
Once Sethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence, returns, you can discuss the matter of staying here with him. But judging by the expressions of everyone here, I imagine you'll receive a very warm welcome. This sacred ground houses untold knowledge, after all. What better place for the servants of King Deshret to appear in the mortal world?
How about we share a meal together first? I imagine it's been many years since you last tasted fresh food.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. After...
Are we having a get-together?
Oh, my, that would be wonderful.
How the times have changed.
And you, Mr. Herreshoff?
To be honest, I haven't given it much thought. How about you, Dendro Archon?
Me? I'm very happy with my current life.
Forgive my bluntness, but you do not seem to derive your authority from majesty and might.
I do, but projecting a majestic front doesn't really suit me. Besides, my relationship with others isn't simply one of a god and her people.
Not putting on airs might earn you more adoration.
Exactly. Besides, I really like parties where everyone brings their own food, and we all come together to share.
Last time when we got together for a picnic near the Avidia Forest, it was quite the occasion.
Can we do that?
Don't worry, I can help out.
Me? Sure.
The more the merrier. That way we...
Don't take this the wrong way. I just think you should know.
In that case, Dendro Archon, what do you...
If I were to compete against you, I can't say with certainty I'd win.
Where's Sobek? I'm sure he'd be good for a few rounds.
I wonder what variant of chess would...
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. As long as the leader of the Temple of Silence agrees...
Such devastation visited on Sumeru City. So many houses destroyed or damaged in the fighting. Look at all of this. It's going to take me forever to tidy up. I suppose living below the academia doesn't always work out to your advantage.
I would have thought a little appreciation of my sincerity and effort in helping to clean up this mess
Helping? Effort?
This is your house, of course!
So you see yourself as just a helper in this situation.
If you're trying to say that since I live here too, I have an obligation to tidy up...
In the wake of a great storm, a missing roof is a predictable inconvenience.
Can you stop making it seem like I care more about this house than you do?
I won't pretend it's ideal, but that's no reason to be upset.
This is the roof over your head, your shelter from the cold.
The way I see it, these problems are easily solved.
Ugh, this is precisely why I hate talking to you about sentimental things. It's like banging my head against a wall.
It sounds like this is causing you a lot of anguish.
You mean the house or the paintings?
I mean your sentimentality.
Oh, well, yes. But I'd rather not dwell on such things right now.
Generally speaking, when anguish becomes the norm, people usually make an attempt to improve their situation.
But there are so many people and things in life that are difficult to change. Anguish can be a source of inspiration.
I'm glad you're able to make yourself think like that.
What kind of a response is that?
And I wasn't trying to.
Happy about what?
Happy that you can always find an answer that backs up your views.
You...
More often than not, life is a process of running into problems and then searching for answers. Not everyone's so good at justifying things to themselves.
Huh. What about you?
Pass me that box.
Huh? Okay.
You may consider this my progress on the path to mastery.
What? Wait a second. Isn't that box mine? Hey, it is. It must have fallen off that shelf. I'll hate them. Those are my paints and inks.
Would you like me to put it in your bedroom for you?
Huh? What kind of progress is this? These books... Ugh.
Local subter beasts, imported goods, such a bright future ahead. I can picture the Mora just rolling in.
You do realize you sound like a choking cat.
It's called being imposing. Can't you feel it?
Oh, I'm positively shaking in my sandals. What
You've got a lot of nerve, Nefer. You went and told Candace and the others everything, didn't you? Seriously, do you have any idea how different...
Surely that's a good thing. I presume...
You traded my secret for sympathy! Thanks to you, I've lost every last shred of my mercantile majesty. How am I supposed to make anyone think I'm a big, scary investor now?
The dark days of Lord Sangama Bay are behind you. Why not take this chance to make a few honest friends?
Speaking of friends, since when did the notorious Lady Nefer gain some...
A coming together of fates, nothing more. No need to throw around accusations of...
Forget it. You're right about one thing at least. Making friends. Still... I really took a loss this time. What are you looking at?
I'm trying to see if you're really crying or if those are just crocodile tears. A little birdie told me that when Lord Sangama Bay makes money,
You are so annoying. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Nefer, thank goodness you're here. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Huh? Well. If it isn't the House of Dana's very own librarian.
Oh, no. I'm not here to buy. I'm here to bring Lady Nefer a book, and a fascinating one at that.
Reasoning knows not time of day, but suspense always follows a blizzard.
Huh? Isn't that the one that...
It was all the rage for a while. People throughout the city were clamoring to get their hands on a copy. The names inside were all circled,
Don't bring up that book in my presence. I don't even want to hear its name. That thing was nothing but a scam.
Surprisingly enough, I've actually heard of this book, though it doesn't seem of much consequence.
You're from the Vahumana and you're asking me what the truth is? I'd say the actual truth was about the least important part of the whole episode. I brought you this book because it probably has the most interesting backstory of any in the House of Dana's collection. At least,
don't tell me it's actually any good.
You may not know this, Lord Sangamabe, but Lady Nefer has a fondness for
no eye for good literature. Huh.
Perhaps she feels that bad books hide interesting secrets?
Suits my stuff. Very interesting. And as it happens, I have some
incense?
I imagine you've already used.
Well, actually, but I'll gladly accept this too.
Katayun, you haven't.
Congratulations,
Well done, Kale. After studying for so long, you've
sure hasn't been
all grown up.
Thanks, everyone. It's true. I'm an official forest ranger now. Master Tainari, thank you for your guidance and support.
Sino had a matter to attend to at the Temple of Silence.
I'm afraid the party will have to wait. Kale still has some...
Kale?
No, it's not. I've made plans with the Traveler and Paimon to visit Mondstadt. Master Tainari and Mr. Sino will be accompanying us too.
Well, that's a relief.
Of course. Phew! After all that catching up on sleep and food, Paimon's feeling full of vim and
For someone who spends so much time resting, your recovery routine is surprisingly simple.
Hey! Paimon's been working her butt off too, you know. She flew all over the city helping everyone out.
Don't worry. I saw how hard you worked.
All right. We all know you're the most hardworking person in... Paimon's been looking around the place, and it seems like the city's already... Hey, Nahida! And Hat Guy's here too! Traveler, Paimon!
What's going on here?
Nothing much. Nahida was just expressing concern for my physical and mental well-being.
Oh, the Traveler told Paimon all about that. We've both been very worried about you. Are you...
You make it sound like I'm on the brink of some kind of breakdown. Truth is, I'm doing much better than you might imagine. If we can just get to the bottom of Dotori's intentions, we can minimize his negative influence. That's the sort of thing I excel at.
Just listen to that newfound optimism. It seems like having you enroll in the Vahumana was a truly inspired...
Observe, a classic Sumeru specialty. Chalking everything up to education and learning.
To be honest, even I can sense the change in you.
Everything Dotori said to you was a way to manipulate your mind. Fortunately, you're no longer in...
Can someone as old as me really continue to grow?
If it helps, just think of yourself as a late bloomer. It's all a matter of phrasing, and it comes down to what standards you measure yourself by. For a puppet, developing at such an age is perfectly normal. But if you choose to call yourself a late bloomer, it sounds more like you consider yourself human.
However you see yourself, well done.
All right, I see what you mean.
Anyway, what's your next step?
What else can I do but complete my current courses? Everything else can wait. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. There are still things in the city I need to help out with.
I'm so happy that Hat Guy is doing better than we thought, but what about you, Nahida? The Pyro gnosis burned down the corrupted Irminsul. The flames blazed for 7 days and 7 nights before they finally subsided. All that was left were the parts underground. Now, Aru shoulders the responsibilities that once belonged to Irminsul. The situation was contained before it got out of hand, so Tevat's most vital information has largely been preserved.
Irminsul has a strong influence over you, doesn't it? How will you cope now that it's gone?
There is no need to worry. Thanks to Nicole's extraordinary talents, my connection to Irminsul has been severed. Angels can do things like that? They can. Such abilities are precisely what makes them so powerful. The goddess of flowers, Nabu Malikata, once claimed that she too could perform. In my eyes, much of what she went on to achieve reached such transcendent levels. Her and Nicole really are both fascinating and magnificent.
So, does that mean your situation is stable now?
Correct. Just imagine that Aru has become the new Irminsul, and the essence of my existence has been bound to it. The wisdom of Sumeru has ultimately converged into a single, unified entity. Should we ascribe this all to fate? Or is... Whatever it is, the important thing is that you're okay, Nahida.
Dendro Archon, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Oh, thank goodness you're here. Greetings, Traveler and Paimon.
Sir Nevis, do you have something urgent?
Yes, there's something I need to report. We've
The Fatui Harbinger, the Rooster, sends us his sympathies, along with all the usual pleasantry. His stance is that, following the unrest and Nod Cry, Dottore was subjected to internal censure. This madness was the act of a rogue element, one who cannot be seen to represent the Zapoliarni Palace.
No less than can be expected.
Snezhnaya paid a heavy price working to stop him. They even lost one of their own. The letter goes on to say that even so, Snezhnaya cannot claim to be blameless. Apparently, they will deal with Dottore's subordinates in accordance with Snezhnayan law, holding all those involved in his crimes accountable. Additionally, they are supplying relief funds and supplies, which are already en route. They hope this will aid in Sumeru. Sounds like he's got an answer for everything.
True. But as diplomatic rhetoric goes, it's highly effective.
This disaster has had a profound impact on Sumeru. There is much that I will keep in my heart. The matter of Dottore can be seen as settled for now. We are sure to cross paths again in the future, and in that light, Snezhnaya would do well to uphold their responsibilities and keep a tight rein. Or with Irminsul burned, the flow of fate now carries many more possibilities. I will be...
Perhaps we can move on to a less serious matter? Dendro Archon, will you eat with us once this matter is dealt with? Everyone wishes to celebrate together. Your presence...
Of course! Junior Zod, Sino, and Hypatia all told me the same thing.
What a wonderful idea. That just leaves the question of what we should eat.
Not more tomatoes, surely.
More? Dendro Archon, what do you mean by...
Those good friends of yours are always talking about tomatoes. Sometimes when I'm walking through the city, I can even hear them arguing in the fields. Tomatoes. Tomatoes. The word has a certain magic to it. Like the autumn fur of a sumpter beast swirling in the wind.
Tomatoes. What can we make with tomatoes?
Take your time, there's no need to rush. The Traveler, Paimon, and I still have somewhere we need to visit.
Does this mean you're going to Natlan? Meet them there in person.
I know. But this is Net Traveler, Paimon. We'll set off as soon as you're...
Sure.
You'll hear no objections from Paimon. Wonderful. Netland is such a lively place. It's super cheerful and positive, too. I can see that. There are people outside exercising at all hours. Such a healthy way of life.
You came. Welcome, welcome. You must be hungry from your journey. Would you like something to eat?
Oh, thanks, but no thanks. We've been eating the whole way here. We had a mushroom platter, Sab's meat stew, butter braised chicken, Hadasara pudding. Paimon's positively stuffed.
All right. No need for all that detail. I'm starting to get hungry myself.
Maybe later then. We can wait till everyone's got an appetite. Then I'll head out for a meal together.
Sounds like a plan. Let's find somewhere to sit down. I should tell you, I already have some sense of why you've come.
Why's that, Malika?
To say thank you.
Your senses are spot on. But on top of that, we also feel guilty.
Because the Pyro gnosis has vanished? I sensed its loss.
Despite scouring through the remnants of Irminsul, we couldn't find any sign of the Pyro gnosis. Not even any trace of it burning to ash.
That's certainly unusual. Still, the potential fallout from Irminsul's loss is significant, to say the least. Perhaps the Pyro gnosis's disappearance is simply a knock-on effect of the impact it's had on a certain strand of fate. There's no need to feel guilty. We were clear that this time, there was to be no returning.
Thank you really is a fascinating phrase. It's not that we lack other means of expression.
You're right. In Natlan, we prefer simple expressions too. Companionship, friendship, support. They might not sound fancy, but the sentiment behind them is sincere.
That's wonderful to hear. Sincere feelings are often a vehicle for the deep...
Irminsul's destruction doesn't seem to have done you much harm.
There's still a lot of work to do, but before we begin, we felt it was important to come here and speak with you.
Partly to express our gratitude, but also because we felt that seeing you, in a sense, is like...
That's a nice way of putting it. I like that. To tell you the truth, though, I'm not a fan of somber meetings. So, since there's nothing more to say, why don't we go bask in some actual sunlight? The weather's...
What a great idea! Paimon's gonna lie back and soak up some rays!
In that case, I think I'll lie down for a bit too before we head to our next stop.
And where might that be?
Mondstadt. Paimon and I are gonna head back there with Kale and the gang.
Long ago, I sensed that the god remains inside Kale had come from the goddess of flowers. Those remains weren't hurting Kale, not as she is now. They simply exist. A yearning for an ordinary life. A yearning to hold on to the hard-won happiness she now...
She should be ready to face the truth by now.
Whenever people meet, there is always the potential to create warmth and kindness. Every child grows up. But even as adults...
Oh! Just like how Paimon sometimes sees Nahida as a little kid. Is that so? Well, anyone who's friends with a kid is probably a kid themselves. Of course! And there's nothing wrong with that! When we get back, We'll actually be hanging out with another of our friends who happens to be a kid. Or more like looking after, in her case. Anyway, we'll always be there to watch out for our friends.
Dear Sucrose, when you receive this letter, I'll probably be as busy as always. But busy with wonderful things. That's because I'm no longer a trainee. I'm now impressive, right? Sino said that official rangers sound much tougher than trainees. You probably heard that something big happened in Sumeru recently. Don't worry, it's all been taken care of. Plus, it's not just me. A few of us are going. Hey, do you still remember that time we all got together? You know, when we all went to the Windbloom Festival? It'll be just like that.
Dainari, is that...
Don't you say it! Is that the great Vayu-Viastra? Behold, the great Vayu-Viastra.
How times have changed. I wasn't expecting you to beat me to...
You've really upped the aggression in your battle against Sino's jokes.
Kale, how did you know what I was going to say?
For the love of...
Hey! Traveler! Paimon! You're right on time!
I hope we haven't kept you waiting.
Kalei!
Sucrose! It's been so long!
I've been well. Everything's going great. What about you? Are you still busy?
Not at the moment. Oh, right! That juicer you gave us works amazing!
Seriously? That's wonderful. I don't suppose you drew up a detailed test report. Oh, what fruits did you use? How's the texture of the final product?
Sucrose, you might want to try asking your questions one at a time.
Albedo! Paimon didn't see you there!
It's been a while since all of us were together like this. How about we follow the same plan as last time?
Good idea, my friend. You never disappoint.
So, what are your identities this time?
Don't remind him.
First things first. Allow me to introduce our very own official Forest Ranger Kale.
This sounds like one of those mushy stories that gets people hooked on some corny, heartwarming premise.
Oh, is our story not heartwarming? If I recall correctly...
Besides being heartwarming, our story's
Oh, you're here already? I'm still giving Dodeko a little trim. I won't be a moment.
A trim? Does Dodeko need haircuts?
Of course. It's important to know how to take loving care of the All of these trivial matters get left to me. It's because I'm an angel, and angels are, in a way, the guardians of all Teyvat.
Oh, right! Well, that's...
What are you writing?
I'm just brainstorming some cool sound...
Oh, write them on these card backs.
Of course.
Clearly, my lines are pretty amazing. Wouldn't you,
Miss Nicole?
Kale? You seem a little nervous.
I was just wondering, who was the person you mentioned who needed their wish?
Wish? What?
Miss Nicole asked if we could meet up in Mondstadt once everything was over. She said a friend of hers had a wish that needed my help to come.
Well, you never mentioned that before. All we knew was that you'd arranged to meet in Mondstadt.
To be fair, everything I told you was true. Come on, let's pay her a visit.
Huh? You're...
Surprised?
I bet you weren't expecting to meet a woman like me beneath this beautiful tree in a faraway land. An oasis will spring from the place where a djinn resides. That saying falls somewhat flat here in Mondstadt, given—
Lilupar! What are you doing here?
I made friends with Miss Nicole. I asked her to bring me here and then invite Kale to come. The prologue to this story is that I have a wish. It has stirred within my heart for centuries. Millennia, even. Originally—
Could this be related to the goddess of flowers?
My dear young lady, my mistress left her final trace in this world upon you. I can't tell you how glad I am to see you, and now I have seen you, and peered into your heart. You have experienced hardships and suffered setbacks, but beneath all this, I've witnessed the seeds of desire.
I do. I want to throw away everything that—
But how do you decide what is yours? The scars that others carve into your flesh? The kindness and love they inscribe?
They are. This is something I've talked about with Miss Nicole. Miss Nicole said I should learn how to adjust my standards. I just want to live as an ordinary human.
Don't you want anything from the remains of the goddess of flowers?
She gave me a revelation once. I think that's already more than enough.
In the past, you would not have possessed such a rich heart. How fascinating. You're nothing like Nabu Malikata, and you're so—
Of course not. I'm not some great and powerful being, Miss Lilupar.
Yet I am a djinn. We exist because of the Lord of Flowers. We revere and love her. My wish is to see her one last time. Kale, can you do this for me?
But her remains won't be easy to remove.
That's beside the point. First, But look, you know nothing about— so you do know. My dear young lady, to repay your kind—
Are you sure about this, Lilupar?
I yearn to see my mistress. For this moment, the world can burn to ashes, the universe be engulfed in flame. And you, Kale, I can give you a gift. You'll become just—
But Miss Lilupar, what—
My wish will be fulfilled, and I can die happy.
Why would you wish for that?
A long, unending life might seem desirable for one who has never possessed it, yet it brings torment to one who has. Since you've promised to grant my wish, give me that release. Allow the—
Kale, there's no pressure on you. What she said?
It's as if you want to use the last of your life.
Nothing so selfless.
I understand.
Close your eyes, Kale. Then open your soul. From there, I will embrace my mistress. The downpour of flowers is your touch. Like returning to the very beginning. Like surrendering to your grace, my mistress. People say that devotion is beautiful, yet filled with pain. How foolish of them. For me, thank you.
Lilupar!
She left, carrying the blessing of flowers.
Kale, are you alright?
I'm fine. Now that the remains are gone, don't actually feel any different at all.
Those remains weren't hurting Kale. Not as she is now.
Kale must have already received what she was yearning for.
I'm doing fine. I feel relaxed.
Then my wish has come true, too.
To become ordinary?
That's just one of my wishes.
Actually, so between Miss Lilupar and me, you fulfilled 2 wishes already. And protected—
Wonderful, isn't it?
I guess that settles things here.
So what's next? What do you want to do when we get back to town?
Kale, look who I've brought to see you.
Hey, Kale!
I heard you guys were holding some kind of secret event. How come you started without me?
Huh? Oh no, it's nothing like that.
Really? Who?
Me. The old me.
So that's what this is all about. Did you come all the way to Mondstadt for that? Because we knew the old you so we could witness the change?
Exactly. The old me is gone. I puffed her into the air, and she became a fluffy pink cloud.
Do you think, maybe up in the sky, she has friends waiting for her with test tubes, flasks, and...
Oh, when you put it like that... What do you think, Miss Nicole?
I think maybe that's right. At least, if it were up to me, I'd consider that a happy ending.
Dear Sucrose, even though my childhood ended long ago, these past few days have really felt like growing up again. I've become stronger, and I feel like I can finally accomplish things by myself. Surely someone as mysterious as you will find a friend like this fascinating. I came to say goodbye to my old self. I know that after this, she'll be gone. Thinking about it makes me feel a little lonely. I know the weakness that kept me company, but somewhere in my heart, I feel a great sense of joy. It feels like I've always wanted to take this step, to walk towards the new me.